select 1. Otherwise,
Oh,
please remain on the line.
there we go. All right, we're back. All right, just gotta share the link again so that people will buy.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent. If you'd like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Okay, so we're back, I think. Just an update. Still on hold. Yeah, I dropped my phone on the computer.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
All right, just putting out the word that we're back. That's all. I don't know. Text the people who are actually watching. See if we can get back up to 3 viewers.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent. If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Anyway, so we're back. Anyway, just an update. I have been on hold with the governor's office for an hour and 11 minutes, which is about as long as I was on hold yesterday. So I'm starting to question whether or not staying on hold with the governor is actually worthwhile. Because we've been doing it for an hour and still have not reached a human being. So, I don't know. I'm worried I'm falling into the sunken cost fallacy where I think that it's worthwhile to stay just because I've stayed for so long. But I don't know if I should stick it out. Or, I mean, what else am I going to do? Go back to trying to call the fucking claim center at the DOL? Like that? I mean, if you were watching the first live stream or yesterday's live stream, you know that was a complete shit show. So, hello, 2 viewers. Currently at 1 hour and 11 minutes on hold with the governor's office. And we're not even trying to call the governor's office. We're trying to call an agent at the governor's office so that the agent at the governor's office can transfer me to someone at the Department of Labor. That's the goal. successful yesterday, but the person at the Department of Labor basically told me to go fuck myself. So we're going to call back today, and if we can get a human being at the Department of Labor, I'm going to be politely assertive and insist that they connect me to someone who can actually help me finish a claim. Yeah, you know, the weird thing is, I keep saying that they're dealing with a high volume of calls, but it's like, are any of the calls getting through? You know what I mean? Like, if you're dealing with such a high volume of calls that none of the calls can get through, eventually someone has to finish on the phone. Like, eventually someone at the Department of Labor has to hang up the phone and take a new call, but where are they getting that new call if no one's on hold? You know what I mean? Like, unless people are calling at 7 a.m. and being put on hold, and then all of them are just waiting throughout the day. But it doesn't seem like there's even a functionality to put people on hold for the governor, for the Department of Labor. Like, the governor's office is getting even more calls, but I'm on hold with them. So why can't the Department of Labor put me on hold? Why does it just hang up? The DOL just hangs up anytime I call them. I'm going to set down the computer so that I'm not constantly rocking you. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. I feel bad. I lost the other two viewers.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Anyway, I'm going to tweet up a new link again. I don't know. I got nothing better to do. It's going to be sitting on the phone either way, so I don't know. I just click back to this tab and saw I'm crazy. I look from that angle, but then again, I look crazy in any angle because I am crazy. Yeah. So we're actually about an hour and a half into, more than an hour and a half into calling.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next.
I feel bad losing that first live stream. I had to delete it just to get it to stop streaming, but now, I won't be able to go back and reference it. Oh, hey, look, my friend subscribed to me on YouTube. That's fun. That's very nice. Thank you, Allison, if you're watching.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
This is riveting, I know.
Please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Oh, hey, look, it's me using my phone. Just checking that the stream works.
Please select 1.
Oh, hello, Deja. Deja is back on the stream in the comments, and I appreciate her. Oh, hello, a third viewer. So we're on 1 hour and 17 minutes, just on hold with the governor's office. Yeah. Hey, Allison. Hey, Alex. Thanks for the well-wishing. Yeah, you guys reconnected the comments. No, it's good to see you guys. Oh, well, you can't. I can't see you, but you can see me. It's nice to, yeah. So basically, I've just been sitting here on hold, eating crackers. I was eating some. Here, I'll show you guys. I made. So first of all, this is my daughter Rona. She is a sourdough starter. And when you feed a sourdough starter, you have to discard a good portion of the starter. But instead of just wasting it, you bake crackers out of it, baby. And they taste kind of cheesy, which is fun. I guess they taste like sourdough. But they're about as hard as hardtack, but they're delicious. They go really well with hummus. Now I'm just eating again. Even though I was just saying that, I never get hungry anymore. Yes, they're very good crackers, though.
Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
So you can hear, this is just a loop at the governor's office. I'll catch you guys up. So for the first half hour of the last live stream, we had a live stream crash due to technical difficulties, mainly me dropping my phone on the keyboard. But the first half hour of that stream was just me calling the Department of Labor's claims center and getting a busy signal pretty much every time. Yeah, actually, they are kind of like nutritional yeast and rich hardtack. Anyway, so I spent half an hour just dialing and dialing and dialing the claim center again and again, hitting redial, and getting a busy signal. Twice I got through to the menu, and I tried 2 different options to see if I could get through to a human being. Neither of them worked. So yesterday, the most success I had was when I called the governor's office. And I waited on hold for an hour, but I eventually got to someone who transferred me to the Department of Labor, where I talked to somebody. So that's what I'm trying to do again today. But yesterday when I talked to someone, they were like, just call back at 6. Tried doing that. Didn't live stream it, but it didn't work. So this time, if I can get someone at the Department of Labor, it is Osaka. This time, if I can get someone at the Department of Labor, I'm going to very politely insist, no, I'd like to talk to someone who will at least take down my information and just register that I have tried to complete my claim. Yeah, so that's the plan. Right now, I have been on hold with the governor's office for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And it's just this loop. Like the loop is really short, which is something I would like to complain about on top of everything else. The loop is like 15 seconds of shitty synth beats. Can you even hear it? It's just that. And then the same pre-recorded message telling me that I can leave a voicemail, but I don't want to. So America is number one, Allie, and how dare you imply anything else, even as a joke? Yeah, no, we're completely fucked. Anyway, so yeah, that's Alex, thank you for dropping a like. I appreciate that. Full marks to you. Can't believe 5 other people watching it. No one else thought to. You inconsiderate bastards. I didn't even think of that, and frankly, now I'm hurt. Anyway. So yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. I was eating some hummus earlier. I was eating a cookie when I was trying to sort out. Oh, 2 likes! We're blowing up the charts, baby! Yeah. Every so often it goes quiet, and I worry that it's like hung up on me, but it hasn't. It's just the shitty synth beats cutting out on me. Like, it doesn't even have a melody. It's just like, bow, 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 bow. Hey, every after-school special taught me to succumb to peer pressure, Allie, so you're in good company. At least I think that's what they were about. Anyway, I'm going to eat a cookie. You guys are going to watch me eat a cookie. I didn't make these cookies. My roommate made these cookies. These cookies are meant to be pseudo Oreos, but she sort of tweaked the recipe to make them less sugary and more cakey, which I really like. These are, check out this cookie. You see this cookie? You see this motherfucker? There you go. You can kind of see the texture of it there. And I'll take a bite. Nice cookie.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1.
My only complaint is that they're a little dry, but it's worth it. They're very tasty cookies. They're not too sugary, which is really nice. They're kind of like chocolate cakes. They're like little chocolate cakes, and I really like them. And my roommate makes them, and I eat all of them. Have a little water.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise,
Not Rona. Just swallowed the water down the wrong pipe. Yeah. Let me think. Earlier I was reading a little Catch-22, but I had some inappropriate language, so I stopped reading that. Let me see, what else we got around here? I have Mary Beard's SPQR, the History of Ancient Rome. Very good book. Highly recommend it. Very interesting. Sorry. I inhaled a little water. I highly recommend it, Alex. Alex is saying that he has tried to read this book 5 times. It's worth it. It's a very approachable history of Rome. And Mary Beard is real smart, and she has the good words. She has good words. Oh, Catch-22. Sorry. Yeah, I read the first few pages of Catch-22, and then I came across the N-word and realized that I probably shouldn't read it out loud on the live stream that's being recorded and broadcast to 5 people. Call me crazy. But what I read of it, I thought was pretty funny. But I could see maybe it getting old. I don't know. It was either that or Infinite Jest, which are the 2 books that I have that I've been meaning to read for a long time.
Please select 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
There's a really good book I read recently, The Razor's Edge by W. Somerset Maugham. It's just sort of about this. I mean, it's told from the perspective of Maugham himself as like an English author, but it's mostly concerning this guy he meets named Larry Darrell. I'll read you the back. W. Somerset Maugham's greatest and most enduringly popular novel tells the story of Larry Darrell, an attractive and enigmatic American who forsakes the comforts of bourgeois society to live a life dedicated to the pursuit of truth and meaning. So that's a shitty description. Really, it's about a guy trying to investigate the idea, trying to investigate the problem of evil, where it's like, if God is omnipotent and good, why does evil exist? And he becomes obsessed with it, and he reads mystics, and he travels around Europe and Asia. Then he eventually arrives at an answer for himself. There's a movie version of it where he's played by Bill Murray, which I think is perfect casting. Yeah, so that's a good book. I read that recently. Highly recommend. The Razor's Edge. Yeah, I should watch that movie. I don't know. Hey, 6 viewers, how you doing? Yeah, but I should. We're talking about books. Talking about The Razor's Edge. Good book. Highly recommend it. I mean, very much a product of its time, so it has its problematic elements, like everything does. But overall, more engaging than you would expect. Given that it's sort of like a straight white guy's fantasy of wandering the world and seeking truth and meaning, but still, well done. Complex, and ultimately inconclusive. Good cookie. Let me see, what else?
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1.
Yeah, PG Woodhouse novel here. Love a good PG Woodhouse novel. This one is, I think, a short story collection. I think it's a short story collection. It might be one of his novels. I think I bought this. No, I bought this in the US. Yeah, short stories. Very good. Very good short stories. Some of his. Oh, it was just the recording. I thought it was a human being saying hello, but it was not. It was a machine telling me that if I want to leave a voicemail, to press 1. What else we got? We got To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. That's a good book. Highly recommend. Very, even today, it just feels very modern, very experimental. I drank some water the wrong way. That's why I'm coughing. I don't have Rona.
Otherwise, please remain
What else
on
do
the
we have
line
over
for the
here?
next available.
This is just all my books. Here, I'll show you my bookcase. This is my bookcase. We've got fiction up top down to about here, and then it goes into nonfiction starting here, and then all the way down. So yeah, that's my bookcase. I want to read the Lighthouse one that's on my shelf right now. Yeah, To the Lighthouse. It's great. I really recommend it. It's very engaging, interesting, because it's just like a bunch of different perspectives on a simple family vacation, basically. But it's told with such intricacy and depth for each of the people involved, and it's constantly shifting from one perspective to another over the course of a single dinner. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful prose. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I missed riding the subway the most because I used to read on the subway, and it was like a mandated half hour of reading time, which, for me, I could get through maybe a chapter or two, depending on the book. But now that I'm home, there's just so many distractions. But yeah, half an hour both ways on the train every day, that was great reading time. I really missed that. Along with everything else. But here we are.
If you would like to leave
That's why I like paperbacks. I like paperbacks because I can just fold them up and put them in my pocket and take them on the train with me. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Like this son of a bitch. This is the first book I bought in quarantine. I ordered it from a local bookstore, not Jeff Bezos. But yeah, that's what I've been reading. I don't know. I bought Shakespeare because I'm working on a play. I've been trying to write a play while I'm doing this quarantine, and I'm writing it in blank verse. So I figured I should have a reference on hand to get the rhythm in my head. That's also why I have Mary Beard's STQR out, because it's a play inspired by a story from the history of ancient Rome, and it felt very Shakespearean. So I'm writing it in iambic pentameter, and it's a bitch. Am I writing King Lear 2? Yes, King Lear 2, King Lear's Revenge. Where it's who was alive at the end of King Lear? Like whoever it was, it's about them. I guess Edgar's alive at the end of King Lear. He's pretty much it. So yeah. But no, I'm not writing King Lear 2. I'm writing about Gaius Gracchus, who was a tribune in the Roman Republic. He lived about 50 years before Julius Caesar, or before Julius Caesar. I'm not explaining this well. Gaius Gracchus was a politician in Rome who died about 50 years before Caesar seized power. Caesar was alive, but he was young. And it's interesting because Gaius was like a political reformer, and honestly kind of Rome's last hope of remaining a republic, but he was murdered. It's complicated. I can tell the whole story, but I don't know. I don't know if that's interesting. But then again, what's interesting anymore? But yeah, he was a progressive who was trying to reform Rome's democracy before it eventually backslid into an empire. And a bunch of rich conservative people were like, no, fuck you, and tried to kill him. Eventually succeeded, and then what do you know? About 50 years later, Julius Caesar seized power, and Rome was no longer a republic. So it's escapist fantasy from our current situation. Absolutely not at all inspired by current politics. Yeah, so that's what I've been trying to write. It's a little hard with like this thing hanging over my head. I have a hard time focusing to write when yesterday and today, just thinking about this has made it really hard to write, really hard to focus. But hopefully once this is at least out of my hands, I'll be able to focus. Bye, Allie. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll be here. I don't know.
If you would like to leave a voicemail,
come back when you can.
please select 1.
Anyway,
Otherwise, please hold the line
yeah.
for the next available agent.
I don't know. What else I got out? I got Agatha Christie, Ordeal by Innocence. Now, that was a good one. Pretty inventive, but you know. I don't know. So this one, the premise is it's basically murder happens years ago. This woman's murdered. apparently by her son. Her son's arrested. He claims to have an alibi that he was hitchhiking and a guy gave him a ride during the time that the murder must have taken place. But no one can find the guy, so they assume he's lying. They throw him in jail. He dies of pneumonia. Then it turns out he wasn't lying. The guy's real, and he shows up 10 years later, having been on an expedition to the Antarctic, and having just returned. Like, he literally left right after and then went to the Antarctic, and then returned and found out that that guy he gave a ride to 10 years ago was relying on him as an alibi for murder and has since died. And so he feels shitty and tries to find out who actually did it. And it's fun, twisty, turny kind of thing. Not the best, because it's like it's centered on a family that has a bunch of adopted kids, and there's a whole bunch of problematic shit about how adopted kids aren't really part of the family, and it's frankly gross. Oh, my phone is on low power mode. Let's go get a charger. We're going to get a phone charger. Going to get a phone charger. Going to get a phone charger. Bye, Alex. Thanks for watching. This is my bedroom. Try not to get too horny. Just grabbing my phone. This will be exciting. Oh, wait a minute. Thanks for waiting, Alex. Getting the phone charger. There's my bed. Those are my posters. I put them all right there. I don't know why I didn't spread them out, but I didn't. And now we're moving back to the living room. This is my apartment, by the way. That's the kitchen table that no one's ever sat at because we bought it right before the Rona happened. This is the kitchen. It's a lovely kitchen that I love very much. And I just knocked over a water bottle, but it was empty. And now the phone's charging.
If you would like to leave a voicemail, please select 1. Otherwise, please remain.
Oh, it wasn't running out of power. Oh, thank you, Alex. I really like my apartment. He says it's a beautiful apartment, and I agree. I like it a lot. It's almost worth the rent I pay. No. Is this MTV Cribs? This is NTV, where the N stands for Nat. Anyway, my phone wasn't even running out of power, it turns out. It was just an alert that said that it may run out before I usually charge. Oh, hello. Hi, sorry, I set my phone down because I've been on hold. I'm calling, trying to get in touch with someone at the Department of Labor about a unemployment insurance claim that I filed. I was wondering if you could possibly transfer me. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Michelle. Hi. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, as well as can be expected. We're all hanging in there. So, I'm trying to. I submitted a claim for unemployment benefits online, and I'm just. It said I had to call just to get it like completely submitted. Yeah, I really appreciate it, Michelle. Yeah, that's why I ended up here. Yeah, sorry to bother you, but I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh my goodness, that would be incredible. Thank you so much, Michelle. My name's Nat, or Nathaniel. I guess it's full legal name. Roberts. So that is 978. She's trying to transfer me. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate you going the extra mile. You too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hell yeah! All right. So after an hour and 40 minutes on hold, we get through to the governor's office. Governor's office transfers us to Michelle at the Department of Labor. Shout out to Michelle at the Department of Labor. Fucking OG. Yesterday, the person I spoke to at the DOL just told me to call back when the phone lines were up. Michelle went the extra mile. She tried to transfer me through. Couldn't transfer me through, of course. But she took down my name. She took down my number. She says she's going to email it to the claims center so that one of their officers can call me tomorrow or at some point. Not tomorrow. She didn't say tomorrow. She didn't make any promises. You can't keep. Michelle's a professional. I'm so excited. I'm choking on my own spittle. Anyway, so Michelle took down my name and number. She said she's going to email it to the claims center so they can call me back as soon as they can, as soon as they work through the backlog that they're dealing with. But if they can't before the end of the day, Michelle is going to call me tomorrow, and she is going to try and patch me through to the claim center downstairs as soon as they open. Thank God for Michelle at the Department of Labor. She is a fucking pro. She is fantastic. Yeah, you guys heard part of the conversation. I really just couldn't be more grateful. To finally have talked to a human being at all is a victory. That's what I set out to try and do today. And now someone has taken down my phone number, taken down my name, and has at least said that they'll try, Someone has said that they will try, and that is huge. Yesterday, at the end of the stream yesterday, I don't know who was watching, but I was completely demoralized. I had finally gotten through to a person, and they had done nothing. But I got through today, and someone at least took the effort to write down some information. So this is huge. This is a really big victory for me. This is really exciting. Thank you guys for watching this. It was really hard to do this all day today, but knowing that you guys were watching helped me feel a little less alone. And really, that's been the hardest part recently, is just feeling really lonely. But knowing that you guys cared to watch me sit on hold for an hour and a half on hold for an hour and a half, and then half an hour of just dialing and getting busy signal. But thank you guys for watching. Maybe I'll do more of these as time goes on, as I deal with more bureaucracy, because this is just the first battle. This is just the battle to file the claim, let alone to get the claim approved. So thank you, Deja, saying I'm not alone. I really appreciate that. But big victory today. Big victory. Hey, we'll see. We'll see if Michelle even fucking remembers. But she took down the information, and that made me feel really good. So I appreciate her doing that. We'll see how everything goes after this. Good time. Not good times. No, no fucking horrible times. But getting there. So thanks for watching. I guess I'm going to eat more crackers and cookies and do nothing. Love you guys. Stay safe out there.